How did Deng's reforms affect income inequality? Have you ever wondered how economic changes can shape a society? Let's take a closer look at how Deng Xiaoping's reforms in China impacted income inequality. In the late 1970s, Deng initiated a series of economic reforms that shifted China from a strictly planned economy to a more market-oriented approach. This change was significant while still keeping the Communist Party in control. One of the first steps Deng took was to legalize individual farming. Farmers were given long-term leases on land, which allowed them to sell surplus produce in private markets. This change led to a remarkable increase in food production, rising over 60%. Farmers' incomes grew by about 20% each year in the early 1980s. This dual pricing system encouraged productivity and improved rural incomes significantly. However, while these reforms helped many people escape poverty, they also widened the gap between the rich and the poor. The introduction of special economic zones created regional disparities. Coastal and urban areas developed much faster than rural regions. Workers in these zones gained new skills and higher incomes, but this also led to increased corruption and uneven wealth distribution. Income inequality became especially noticeable between urban and rural populations. Urban residents experienced much higher income growth compared to those living in rural areas. By the 2010s, the top 5% of households earned a large share of total income, while the bottom 5% earned very little. This gap was a result of government policies that favored urban and coastal development. Deng acknowledged that some regions would prosper first, aiming for common prosperity later. From a communist viewpoint, Deng's reforms were a practical way to improve living standards without losing party control. The goal was to modernize China's economy by incorporating market elements while still aiming for socialist ideals. However, the resulting income disparities challenged the communist principle of equality. The leadership viewed these inequalities as a temporary phase necessary for building a stronger economy. In practical terms, Deng's reforms showed that introducing market mechanisms could drive economic growth and reduce absolute poverty. Yet, they also highlighted the need for policies to address the growing urban-rural and regional inequalities. This balance between economic progress and social equity continues to influence China's development strategy today.